Arratsaldeon.
Arratsaldeon.
Ongi etorri. Zer moduz denok. How are we all? Denok.
All.
Yeah. Dena is everything. All. Denak is everybody. And then that O, you can change those A's to O's, denoting proximity. So instead of denak, like everything, all of you, everybody, denok is all of us. Us, right? Denok. Sermolus denok. How are we all? Guasen denok placera. Let's all go to the plaza. Guasen denok. Yeah. So, this is, I just wanted to just, keep messing with you guys. I think by now you know I mean well.
You do.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to, I think this is a really good example, and I just really like the song. Did any of you guys listen to the song that I sang?
I forgot to do that.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
That's a good idea, taking a picture of it.
Yeah, and you're welcome to.
I like writing it down.
Yeah, it's good to write it down.
That's right. That was
Okay.
on the way back.
So here we are again with what is known as nork, right? And this is whom. Okay? Whom in English is the person that receives the action, right? We don't generally understand it like that because we're just native English speakers, and I don't ever really recall. I mean, I think the vast majority of us as English speakers, if you ask somebody, we don't hardly ever even use whom. Only very eloquent people do but there is a difference, right? And so whom is, right? Who loves whom, right? I love you, right? I am who, and whom is you. I love you. You are whom, right? So it's who loves whom, who sees whom, right? That is one function of nork. Particularly this side. Nork is who, nork, always at the end. And whom receives the action is nor,
Oh.
right? So, maite saitut, I love you. Nik, nork. Maite saitu, nor, saitu, who, whom. Saitu is whom, you. Ti is who. I love you. Maite saitut. Okay? And this is how this is built, right? You can put every one of these in a combination, right? You can go down the list and just go, nauk, noun, naugu, nausu, nausue, naute, and then, yaut, yaugu, yausu, yausue, yaute, and you end up with this massive list of all the possible combinations. And that is not the way you want to learn this. The way you want to learn this is with this chart. How to build them. How to build them is crucial. You can remember just these 7. Yep, 7 of them. And so it's really 14 total. You remember the 7 of whom and the 7 of who.
Yeah.
And if you have this in your head, you can build all of them. And you start out slow, you learn how to say saitut, I, you. Maite zaitut, ikusten zaitut, gobidatuko zaitut, I will invite you, I see you, I love you, right? And you know, you get that down, and then you do now su, you, me, right? Maite now su, you love me, right? And I know that it can just be kind of tricky to just have any of this make a whole lot of sense. And so the song that I sent you guys in the group chat is, it's a beautiful song. It's quite sad. It's the reason I think I like it so much is because it uses, I don't want to say basic in the sense that it's not poetic, but it uses fundamentals of Basque grammar, and it's easy to understand for a student. There's a lot of songs like, you know, Isaren Aucha by Mikel Laboa, and I listen to it and I go, I don't understand any of this. I mean, I have to look up all of everything. It's all these different, it's so poetic. It's all these different words. It's all these things that I haven't been exposed to. And this song is called Asken Negararen Agura, which means the last cries goodbye. Like the cry of the last goodbye, right? And it's about the Basque soldiers who fought in World War I. My great grandfather being one of them, your grandfather, Etienne, right?
Yeah.
And I like it for that aspect. I think it's historic. I think it's beautiful, and it's very it's simple. It's not all this flowery shit. It's just like, and that's what I think is very sad about it, is because it's just like, you know, and so we're gonna go over it, and I have these things highlighted, and what I'm hoping this helps you guys in getting a little more understanding about this Nork is these two at the end, and I'm excited to explain them with you because it's beautiful how he does it, and it highlights perfectly the aspects of Nork, omitting those personal pronouns, you know, and commission, right? You guys following me? I don't know, I'm just talking. Okay, so this is the first. This is the introductory unit of the Basque language. Is this right here? Nora soas. You guys remember seeing that? Nora soas oraya, right? It's that first. Yeah, Nora soas is where are you going? Where are you going, right? So the song goes Nora soas esqual shemea, right? Where are you going, Basque son? Right? Shemea is son. Shemea. Right? Esqual, Basque. Right? Nora soas esqual shemea. Arma hori eskutan, that gun in your hand, right? Arma, that gun, hori, right? This is
Basque.
exactly, and this is again, this is very basic. I mean, this is the stuff we're going over in you know, unit 1 of, you know, Maya hori, right? That table, you know, serda how, hori mayada, right? Banya. Maya hori, that table. That is a table or that table, right? Same Maya. Maya how? Hello, ala Maya hori. Which table? This table or that table, right? And, you know, arma hori eskutan, that gun in your hand.
So which one's an aruma?
Arma. Yeah. Right, where are you going, Basque son? That gun in your hand, right? This, again, this is another really wonderful aspect of this Nork, right? Armenar seradeit naute, Franchen albera. Armenar seradeit naute, Franchen albera. Right? This says, they are calling me to take arms for the French side, for the side of France.
Nope. You're having a good time.
For the French side.
Yeah. This is, I have a difficult time translating this because we just say it differently, and I try to do it exactly. alde means side, alde sarra, right? Side, part, right? But being in norbaiten aldean is being on somebody's side, right? And so like, it's like, but they use it kind of, they use it in a broader sense, I believe, like, like if you support somebody, you support a candidate, like Sure aldean naro, like I'm on your side. But that's how it directly translates, like I'm on your side. But we would use something else like, I support your campaign, or I got drafted to fight for the United States, right? And that is Francen aldean, like on the side of the French, right? But so deitu is to call, right? Deitzen is calling, right? Hartu is to take, hartu. Hartsera, so this is getting, it's a little more advanced. It's really not. These are some of the basics. We just haven't gotten into them yet. But so when it comes to direction, again, Basque is an agglutinating language, right? You add things to the end of words, right? And it's what it's called is nominalization, nominalización. And what nominalization is depending on the verb used, it takes a different suffix from tseko, tsera, tsen, right? Tsen, tsera, tseko, tsea, tseak, tseari, right? It's out there. I'm just giving you guys what it is. And so it's actually quite easy to remember with directions. Directions is one of anytime it's about going, coming, anytime it's about movement, it always takes tsera, right? So like, nora soas. Nora soas. Nora, where to are you going? Where are you going? Armen artsera. I'm going to take arms, right? Because it's nora. It's nora soas. It's where are you going, right? Etchera noa. I'm going home. Cafe bat artsera. I'm going to take a coffee, right? This tsera, it's indicative of movement, right? You guys follow me? Okay.
So you're saying that last bit, aldera?
Yeah.
But you said alderan? Is there
Yeah. So
difference?
it'll be aldean. Yeah, and that means like Noren aldean sale. Whose side are you on? Francen aldean nago. I'm on the French side. I'm on the side of France, right? That's this again. This era is because it's this indication of movement.
Yeah.
Right? What if this said aldean? It wouldn't make sense because what it would say is they're calling me to take arms on the side of France. Aldean is on the side of France, right? But they're calling me to take arms for the side of France, to the side of France.
To the action.
Right,
Okay.
and it's that and you just see it. Nora, Sera, Aldera, right?
Okay.
And we'll get into, that stuff, it will all come, the reason I'm doing this is for these specific, a little explanation on Nork, right? But this is really cool to me, like, Arracha Leon,
Bye.
Saludos,
Tja, dat is zo.
Ucha. Okay, so, we are in, I'm doing a little explanation of Nork.
Okay.
Okay, Nork is, we went over a bunch of that stuff last class, like I had all of them up here, right?
Right.
But this is the song that I sent in the group chat,
Right.
and I'm using it as an example because it has it's great examples of this functionality of Nork.
Okay.
And so Nork is who, whom. right, in English. Who is who gives the action, and whom is who receives the action, right? I love you, I am who, you are whom, right? Nork in one aspect operates the same way, where Nork is who, the person giving the action, and whom is Nor, right? And so Maite Saitut is who, Nork, I, Nik, Maite Saitut, I love you, right? I am who, you are whom, right? I love you, right? And that's like that's one that we can all get. Maite Saitut, you can kind of understand that. But again, they use it for it's Nork. It's anytime there's an action like that. I love you. I see you. I invite you. I will invite you. I will visit you. I will greet you. I will, or I did greet you, or it's all this Nork, right? There's not an object involved. It's just an action with no object. And that's how I explain like something like that, like love, see, invite. Like it's an action, but there's no object, right? So this is that song. I don't know if you listened to it, the one I sent in the group chat. So the reason I explained this already, the reason I like this song so much is because I think it's very basic. Not that it's not poetic, but it uses some very fundamental, grammar of Basque, and it's very beautiful. It's very sad, right? It's about the Basque soldiers that fought in World War I for France, right? And this is the first thing in the introductory unit is this, right? Is Norasoas, right? Norasoas esqual shemea, which is where are you going? Norasoas, where are you going? Basque son, right? Armaori eskutan, where are you going, Basque son? That gun in your hand. Armaori, that gun in hand, right? That gun in hand. Armen artsera deitsen naute Franchen aldera. They, right? They are calling me. They are calling me. Right? Maite naute. They love me. They love me. I am whom, they are who, right? They are Nork, the one delivering the action, and I am Nor, the one receiving the action, right? Maite naute, deitsen naute, goroto naute, they hate me, right? Armen artsera deitsen naute, Franchen aldera. They are calling me to take arms for the side of France. They're calling me to take arms for the French side, right? And you had just walked in when I was just explaining this tsera, this Ottoman tsera. This is so deitu is call, deitu, deitsin is calling, hartu is take, hartsera is to take, indicative of the action of where are you going, right? It's this thing called nominalization, and the verbs used, and they're all broken up into categories. And there's tsea, tseko, tsera, tsen, tseak, tseari, and depending on the verb you use, it's called the adits nagushia, the main verb, the principal verb. Depending on that verb, the subsequent verbs have to match. They have to fall into line with that, right? And so this Ottoman artsera, right, is to take arms, right? But indicative of this action of going, right? Nora soas, where are you going? Kafe bat hartsera noa. I'm going to take a coffee, right? Hartsera, right? Not hartseko, right? Hartsera, because it's indicative of where you're going, right? And then the song goes on. There's some good stuff in it, but it's not this same nor. Goes Eshwaleri urundus datserira yowanak, which is leaving from the Basque country. Eshwaleri urundus datserira yowanak, and all the ones that went abroad. Asenegar en sunendusu eshwaleri. Oh, what a cry you will hear throughout the Basque country. And then the chorus is Mort pour la patrie, which is death for the country, which was like France's slogan, I guess, during World War I. And then the second verse is Gure historian seyar, senbat malko ta esbear, which is throughout our history, how many tears and misfortunes. Landetaratu gindu tenekila du orai il bear. I don't understand that at all. It's like, it's crazy. I don't know what it says. It's like something like you I don't know, something about getting what you plant, like the death that comes from planting or something. I have no idea. But then this is, I love that this is in this song, how it goes back to back like this, because I hope seeing it like this and the explanation kind of opens you up to like what it is, this case marker, this K, this nork, what this means, right? It says, Bereyama agurtutu atseriko Bereyama agurtutu echelako atariyan, okay, which means he said farewell to his mom in the entryway of the house, right? And then it says, Bereyamak bishi tatu kogu atseriko biyo biyan. Right, so this says, Bereyama agurtudu says, he said goodbye to his mom. He said goodbye to his mom, right? And then this one, notice this K, Bereyamak bishitatu kodu atzeriko iyobyan. His mother will visit him at the cemetery of a foreign place. At the grave of a foreign. Atzeri is like, it's like foreign. It's like abroad. That's what it means. We would say it differently. I don't even know how you'd really say it, but so this case marker. So what I want you to look at is right here. So this du, this is berad du, berak du. Okay. Notice how there is nothing for nork. Okay. What berada? You guys know nor, right? Berada is.
It is, he is.
Right. It is, she is, he is, it is. This might help you in remembering it. What it literally means is that one. That one. That one. So it's just a third person. It's a third, that's what it is, okay? That's why it's he, she, him, her, or it, right? It's that one, right? And this do, it has nothing on nork. So when you say, if I say I love it, I love something, I love him, her, she, he, it, I love it. Nik maite lut. Right? Nik maite lut. The thing I love is it, du, and I am the T, right? Nik maite lut, right? But he, she, him, her, or it loves something. So it's two things in the third person, right? That one loves that one, right? It's this third person, right? It's bedak, right? Maite lu, right? There's nothing, right? Bedak, it's bedak maite lu, right? Do you guys understand what I mean by that? You follow?
Yeah, I don't know if I
Right,
understand it.
right. So this is, I hope this clears this up,
Yeah.
right? So this comes down. This is what I was talking about. That omission, right? How in Basque you don't have to say nik su maite saitu. You can just say maite saitu. But if you want to, you can say nik su maite saitu, nik maite saitu, su maite saitu. Right? You can say you can commit or you can omit, right? But what you cannot omit or commit, because the meaning completely changes, is the case marker, this K. This K is everything, this nork. That indicates who is delivering the action, that case marker, right? So this bereyama agurtulu, right? Example. If this T was here, what would that be saying? Bereyama agurtu, and actually you can't have that there. Just ama agurtulut. Nik. I said goodbye to my mother. Or I greeted my mother, right? Nik. Right?
Right.
Nik, bera. Nik, I, bera, her. Right? Ama agurtulut. I greeted mother. I greeted. This ama and du, this du is my mom, right? So the reason I'm showing you that T is because guess what there is not there when it's two third persons, right? There's it's just du, right?
Yeah.
So this bere ama agurtulu is berak. Berak, him, he, berak, greeted or said goodbye to his mom. Berak bereyama. Right? Bereyama agurtulu. Bereyamak. So, right, this K is this exactly. This K is his mom. It's not him anymore. This sentence is this Bereyama agurtulu is saying that he, the son, said goodbye to his mom.
He to her. And
He
now
to
it's
her.
She to him.
He to her, right? There's no K on this mom, right? Indicating that she is the one receiving the action, right? And the bedak is omitted. It's not there, right? Because all of the information is here. Bereyama agurtulu.
It's just unnecessary.
He is that. He is not. It's not there. But in this one, right? Bereyamak bishitatukolu. This case, the K, right? She is now here and not the son, right? And this du is now the son. He is now the one receiving the action. Is that crazy? Are you guys
Yeah.
following me?
No, it sort of makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Thinking it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, please.
So, to say bebe, ama, agutu, do.
Yep.
Okay, so it's saying he, meaning, like you said, that one.
Yeah. He.
Yeah, he with his mom, but so it only applies. It's her son because you've said it
Up here.
above.
Exactly, the whole song.
Okay.
It's already in context.
Exactly.
Right, so it's already there. Yeah,
already
so what you're
context.
saying is he says goodbye, like you would imply that.
Of
So
course.
it's implying. Okay.
Yeah, it's not talking. The song is not about.
No,
a
and
daughter.
and that's why it still works down here with now it's his mom
Right.
is saying goodbye to him. It's changing over there.
Right.
Badakigu, but
Right.
we still know who everybody is.
Right. So exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Because if you just said that sentence, right, then it would,
what Badayamak?
yeah, Beriama
Agurtulu. No. See, that's the cool thing about. It's actually pretty cool about Basque. So so for an example, I was over there because bere, just like bera, bere is the possessive of bera, right? He, she, him, her, or it is bera, right?
Okay.
Bere is his, hers, its, right? His mom.
Okay, his
Or her mom. If you were talking about a girl,
Right,
it would be her
her
mom,
mom.
right? And like when I was
But you
over,
have to know who you're talking about.
well, exactly. So when
Okay.
I was over there, like I was, I was like with Mina and Ellie, and Ellie was going to hang out with like a boy, right? And Mina's like, yeah, no, she's going over there, and I was like, oh, like, did she tell your mom? And she goes, yeah. She was just talking about her friend, right? And she was like, no, Benada and Echedano. I'm going to its house, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's like, yeah, like in Basque, because there's no, like, Pili didn't know. She doesn't know that it's a boy, right?
Right.
And so it's like, I mean, that was like something for me where it's like, oh yeah, like if it's not clarified, it's not clarified. It's literally just it's. It's it could be a boy, it could be a girl. You have no idea, right? And I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, and so you're exactly
Okay.
right. The only reason that this is about it's the whole song is about the Basque men that went and fought in World War I, the Basque sons,
Right.
Shkwa Shemea,
Right.
right? And the whole song it's kind of him talking to himself. Like he asks, "Noraso az Shkwa Shemea armaori eshkitan." Where are you going, Basque son, with that gun in your hand? And then he responds, they're calling me to take arms for the side of France, right? Where are you going? This is where I'm going. They're calling me to take arms, right? And then he's in third person again, and he says, Bereyama agurtulu, right? The son, the Shemeak, Bereak, Berak, Bereyama agurtulu. He said goodbye to his mom, right? And that's how it goes. It says, Bereyama agurtulu, echelako atarian. He said goodbye to his mother in the doorway of the house. Then the very next line is Bereyamak bishita tukolu atseriko iyobiyan, which is his mother will visit him at the grave of a foreign place, right? And so it's he said goodbye to his mother in the front way of the door. His mother will visit his grave in some other country, and I just think this represents it very well, right? Because so this is this omission commission, right? Where this doesn't say bedak. It's not bedak bereyama agurtulu, right? Which is, again, do you guys remember when I showed you the mirror? You guys remember?
I don't know if I was here.
Yeah. So.
It's funny because that first time I, so then it's already passed and more things come out and I'm like, oh no, yeah, so I give it a little more space. It's like by the end, I get really
I'll just
You guys remember this?
It's that.
Okay,
I know.
so
He's got this.
so
Yeah, that's where it's long.
Yeah, no is who.
If you can see that.
No is who.
Sus.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. No is who. And I got those backwards right off the get-go.
so you guys see what I'm talking about with the mirror. It folds like this, and the ends working their way in, they match. This bedak, right? And this is omitted. This is not in the song because it doesn't have to be, right? But that's the full. If you were to commit it, that would be the commission of it. Bedak, nork, who is delivering the action. Bedak, the son, is delivering the action. Bereyama,
Is
right?
His mom.
His mom, her, right? So you go Berak, Bereyama, nothing, and do, right? You guys see what I'm saying? And then this is how this, the beta, again, it's omitted because it doesn't have to be there because now bereyamak, bera, bishitatu kolu. Bereyamak, the one now doing the action, visiting, right? Him, which is the do.
That's why the K is at
Right,
the end of Ama.
right. Because
She's
is now the one delivering the action.
The action. And then
Bereyamak bishitatu kolu. She will visit him, right? He, right? It's not in the song. Bereyama agur tulu, because see, now look, right? It's berak, right? But berak is right there,
It's already there.
It's there.
right?
Yeah.
Right. And bera, get rid of that because it's right. It's already
It's
right
there.
there, right? And this is the thing with the omission and commission in Euskara is you can omit words. You cannot omit the auxiliary. The auxiliary is everything, right? Like when you would tell me like Nik su maite or Nik maite su, right? That's literally in English. That's I love you, right? But it's not what it is in Basque. You can't say that. You have to say saitut, the auxiliary, right?
So if it was a daughter talking with
Yeah.
the mother, it would be just changed to Bedan?
No, it would be the
It's
same.
Same
It
thing.
would be exactly the
because
same.
That's he, she.
He,
It's,
she,
it's
yeah.
all one.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
you're
all
saying,
one.
like,
Oh, never
the
mind,
third
I'm thinking
view.
of up above where the K meant the male.
Oh,
female.
yeah.
That's
So,
totally
right.
different, yeah.
Right. No, you're talking about Ika.
Ika, yeah, sorry.
Right. And so now this changes because this is not in this third
Just talking about
person.
they.
Right. So this would be this. So this is how this is said. This is somebody talking about two people in third person. This is saying he said goodbye to his mom. Right. But in Ika is not a third person. Ika is you. So this would be ik, you, ideyama, agurtu duk or do, right? If you're a boy, it'd be duk. Like ik, ireyama agur tuluk. You said goodbye to your mom, right?
You're saying Duke and Dune, that's male, female?
Yeah, duk is a boy, duk is male, dun is and is female.
Okay, so that's what I was kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Serdiok, serdion. Yep. And then again down here it would be bereyamak. E. Bereyamak. Bereyamak I bishitatuko yao. Right, because she is now that's saying your mom will visit you. Right? Yeah. Questions?
Real quickly, Becky, what did you say? I didn't quite catch your
Well,
question.
I messed it up because I forgot. Those are the same no matter what because it's based on the previous part of the thing that's talked about it being either a boy or a girl. But I was talking about the K and N in Ika.
Right.
'Cause that's like really the only time that you relate either female or male, like specific, right?
That's the only time.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're
So
basing it
that's-
on the conversation that took place before, telling
Exactly.
you if it's a male or
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ika, that's the U. Okay, and then that.
No other verb forms in Basque distinguish male and female.
Okay, and then when it's in the third person, it's, viewing it right here. That's
Right.
what we use, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Any questions?
Yeah, we're getting chunks every time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Look at these.
I mean, I just like this. I hope you guys all do get to a point where you can look at this and go, I actually understand this. No, I'm not just kind of scratching my head at it, like kind of getting it, and you'll go. There just comes a point where it's easy. I mean, this is easy. Like this is some of the simplest. It takes a while. I mean, it's gonna take a while to get there. Like this like Hatsera dates and this whole thing is like, I've been exposed to a lot of it. The hartu, they do, like all those things, and I know you guys haven't been, and so it's like you got all these other vocab words, but this is really, really basic, and that's why I like the song because I understand it. I'm drawn to things that I can understand.
It's kind of just hard to start, but once you got the foundation,
Of course.
you can build with it.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it'll be good when we do understand or have this pretty much memorized in our brain and start building.
Yeah.
How do you spell Ika?
Hika. There's Ika. There's 3 ways of speaking Basque: Ika, Suka, and Berokia. Ika is very intimate. Ika is with much familiarity. Ika, ice. Suka is formal. Susara, right? Both of those are you are. But is very familiar, very intimate, and su is very formal. And then Berokia, it's outdated. Nobody speaks in it, but there was a time where it was used. And it's when you address you in third person.
Oh.
And so it would be used with much respect for like priests. It was steeped in, respect. And so instead of me referring to you as su or I would say beta. I would literally say him, talking to you. I would speak to you in the third person.
Out of respect.
Out of respect.
It's
Which is, huh?
like that with kids and parents.
No, it was mainly, no, it wasn't really with parents. It was
I
really,
love it.
yeah, it was like,
Teachers.
maybe. It was like really, as I understood it, it was just very societal. It was like priests,
Okay.
a judge,
Yeah.
like your honor. Like it's kind of like saying your honor, where it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, You know, that's third person. It's like your honor, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's how they would. That shit is so cool to me. Like, we have nothing like that in English. I mean, maybe your honor is as close as you get to having a different way of addressing somebody. But how there's 3 ways of speaking, you know, where the verbs change, like, and it denotes familiarity, and it, like, you know, I absolutely love that. Any questions?
You know, I was thinking, this is going through my head, when you were saying the part of the song you couldn't quite figure out, you're saying planning. I'm thinking maybe like the French with the war, the death you're planning is creating, because it creates something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's kind of what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
I translated it, but like, I have no. I mean, I do not understand. Landedaratu means like to plant, right? Like to. But then it's gindu tenekila, and like gindute is like this nor, but in the past tense. But the tenekila or the nekila, I have no idea what that is. Dugu orai il beyar, like. It's like we have now
Yeah.
death.
The death that you planted that we have now, like.
It's something, yeah. I translated it and it was something I was like, trying to piece it together, and it was like completely different than what I thought it was. But yeah, so that's a little introduction into Nork. Any questions at all? No?
Not erasing anything yet, are you?
I will.
No.
Take a picture.
I did.
He did.
Can you just do a rundown through the now, how, do, for me?
Yeah. So, yeah, so now is me. Yao is you. Du is it. Gaitu is us. Saitu is you. Saituste is you plural. Ditu, they.
Okay.
And now notice how I explained that. Now is me. Okay, because now we're going to go through the Nork. T is I. Right? KN is you. Do is nothing. Or it is not. Gu is we. Right? Notice again, Gaitu is us. Gu is we. Saitu, you. Su, you. Saituste, you plural. Sue, you plural. Ditu, they. They or stay. They, again. And the reason it's explained like that, because so this now being me, the T being I, right? Maite saitut, I love you, right? But maite now su is you love me, right? Not you love I, you love me, right? And you remember, what works for me is that you remember all of them as what they are, right? Now to me is I me. T is I me. Because you get to a point where you don't understand it, you're not translating anymore. You get to a point when you learn a language, it's what it is. You don't, there's no translation, like that's the thing of like this French and, French and ardura, like, I understand this for what it is in Euskara. And translating it, like, it's kind of gross to me, like, because it's not, I'm not good at translating, like, and I'm sure there's like a very proper way to say it, of like, I am going to fight in support of France or whatever, but it literally is saying to the side, to France's side, right? Yeah.
What was KN?
K is he,
He.
And is she.
and is she.
She.
But it's
But I don't understand K/N.
Yeah, it's just either
Right.
one, whichever.
either one. So when you're
Okay.
talking, so eek Okay, yeah, because it's weird. Ikushi nauk. Did you see me? But you're a boy, right? Maite nauk. Maite nauk. You love me. But Noel maite noun. You love me. Maite noun. Maite nauk. Maite noun.
Okay.
Right?
He or she.
Right. Serliok, instead of serliosu, serliok, what do you say to a boy, to a man? Serlion is to a female, to a woman. Serlion. Like I say serlion to Mabel.
Mm-hmm.
You go serlion. Right? What do you say?
You would say
Serliok.
To a male.
Right. Right. Can you guys give me? So there's some of these combinations that don't work, obviously, right? Like all the ones with themselves. You can't say naut. You can't say yauk. You can't say gaitugu, saitusu, saituste sue, ditute, dituste. Not in. You can't. Dituste. Dituste is the only one that does, because it's again third person. It's third person to third person. They love them, right? But you can't say we love us. You can't. In English, you can.
It's just not how that works.
It's not how it works. Yeah, like we love a gaitugu. Like we. There's a different. It's not like that. So you guys can use maite. You guys can use ikushi, which is to see, or ikushten. Gogoratzen, remember? I know you guys don't know any of these, but could we go through? Can you guys put one of these together? Anything, and stick with maite. Maite's easy, but you don't. If you want to, just say maite saitut, I love you, or maite now su, but try to, try to come up with something new, like maite now sue, you guys love me. Maite now te, they love me.
Yeah.
What's do?
Do I think is it?
Maite saitugu, we love you.
I think. I
Right.
lost it.
What's up?
Do is it.
Do is, yeah, that one. He, she,
That
him,
one.
her, or it.
So,
Can you give me one, Aiden?
like they how do
Maite yao what?
would just be do, like if you love him or her.
You love him or her in Ika?
Oh shoot.
You're saying you,
Yeah.
but in Ika. You're saying you're trying to use one of these.
Yeah.
So you
Oh, okay.
love him,
Yeah.
or you love her,
Yeah.
would be Maite Duke,
Do.
or Maite Dun.
Oh. Yeah,
You
okay.
love him,
Yeah.
right?
I just completely.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you don't have to do the Ika. They really don't teach it like that. It's but what you do want to, Maite du su, Maite du su, you love him or her, su, you, right?
Yeah, do su is what you said, right?
Maite du su,
Oh, do su.
right?
Can you do my day guy Tusu?
Maite gaitusu, you love us. Maite gaitusu, oshondo, exactly. Maite gaitusu, you love us.
Can you
Kudos.
do my day D2
Maite ditugu, right? We love them, right? Or we love those. We love, right? Maite ditugu. Got one for me? Say maite saitut,
Maite saitu.
oshondo, oshondo.
So Zaituste, what is that?
Saituste is you plural, you guys.
You guys, okay.
right? And so like,
I love you guys.
I love you guys, exactly. Maite saituzte.
Okay.
Like to family over there, because there's multiple.
Yeah.
You say Maite saituzte. Or from us, from our family to you guys, Maite saituztegu. We love you guys. Right? You got one.
Oh, it's starting to play.
I'm still trying.
We all love
Hang on
each
here.
other so much.
It's cool, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing about this that I want to reiterate is like, this is it. Like, this is the thing itself. You know, like this big crazy language that we've all, you know, been afraid of because it's like, you know, you think it's this impenetrable thing. Here it is. You know, there's nothing more than this. Obviously, no, there's a lot more than this, but like, this is this function. I, you, me, we, this is it. There's 14. You know? It's like, yeah, you gotta spend some time with it. You gotta try to, you know, memorize. You gotta try to find some functionality in it. But this isn't going anywhere. You know, this is it. Come on, what do you got?
I'm still.
Got nothing.
You got something.
Maite daitu gu.
What did you say?
Maite daitu gu.
Ditu.
Ditu gu.
Maite ditugu. Right. We love them.
Yes.
Yep, exactly. Maite ditugu.
It's it.
Yeah.
Do you have like a vocabulary list that we can?
Yeah. I mean, I've got, yeah,
Because
yeah.
just for words.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So when you say see, like to see or
Yeah.
love.
And actually, I don't think I have.
well, not
one.
today, but just in general.
Yeah, prepared. The thing with the book is it slowly just, you know, it introduces, you know, them throughout, you know, each chapter gives you a lot of vocab. The whole thing has a pretty decent dictionary in the back.
Okay.
Do you have an actual physical copy of the book?
I don't.
Or have you just been doing the
I've just been
packets?
doing
Yeah. It would be worth it to buy the book.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
'Cause I
because-
don't know any vocabulary words. I think it'd be good to
It's really
you know,
good.
know
Yeah.
them.
It is.
Instead of
Yeah.
just trying to
Yeah.
wing it.
No, exactly. And yeah, I would recommend getting the book.
Okay.
I sincerely would. Yeah.
So
But I'll
Give
put
them
together
so we can
something.
get used
Yeah.
Sakura ikusten dut.
Right. I see the dog.
The dog.
That's right. Chakura ikusudu.
Okay, real quickly.
Just go.
Yeah, that was awesome. Chakura ikusudu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so do you remember that story I told you guys about when I was on the street and I heard that the grandfather was talking to his daughter, and it was just he just said it so, you know, just the most clear Basque, and he just goes, he's talking to his like a granddaughter, and he's like, beste chakurati kushtanusu. Right? Do you see another dog? Right? And ikusten dusu. Beste chakurvat. Beste chakurvat is that the thing, it. Su, you see. Right? Beste chakurati kushtanusu. And so you'll notice, right? I don't know if any of you guys have focused any of your attention to this side of the board.
Try not to.
Yeah. Pretty scary. Pretty scary. I'm with you.
There's a lot of repeats.
It's actually not. And so this is the thing. This is why these two are together like this. So, because what you have here, nik dut, ik duk, berak du, guk dugu, suk dusu, suek dusue, hayek dute.
You're not supposed to answer that.
Yeah. Well, I don't want it to just ring. Hey, what's going on, Zach?
Hey, what's kaitu? Kaitu? The kaitu.
Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
And
That's
who?
it.
We.
We.
I'm teaching a
And
class.
saitu,
You.
you, and su is you. So it's the same saitu and su, same.
Sway.
Yes.
Is that you guys?
are those?
Is it you plural or you plural?
Okay.
Right,
So
so
it's saitut is
Saitut
you
says
plural,
you
zu, zuen, or
Is you plural.
z, ue is what? That's your, you.
You plural. You plural.
So it's the same as saitut,
what are you asking?
saitut,
What is saituts?
Saitutse.
Saituste,
which is you plural.
you plural.
And then what is zue?
Sue,
Zuen is.
sue is you plural.
So they're both, that's where I'm getting confused, they both mean the same thing.
They all do. Now is me, T is I,
That's right.
right? Do is you or it. Nothing is it. Gaitu is us, gu is we. Saitu is you, su is you. Saituste is you plural, sue is you plural. Ditu is they is they. Right? This is they love you. We love you.
Okay.
I love you.
That's where I was getting confused, but.
Maite, now sue. You guys love me. You guys. Maite now sue. Maite now su is you love me. Right? You follow?
Yes.
And so, what I was saying, so these ones, right? Notice how all of these, right? These forms are third person and me, third person and e, third person and us, third person and you, third person and you plural, third person and they, right? And then with the plurality, same thing. Third person plural with me, with you, with us, right? And what these are, so this is like Nik ogetalau urte ditut. I have 24 years. This ditu is they. This ditu is the plural thing that I'm talking about. The 24 years. Right? Nola dusu isena. Nola, how do you have isena, the name? How do you have your name? What is your name? Right? You, right? And the thing. Right? Right? It's crazy. So I'm with you.
No, I mean.
Yeah, it really all it comes about. It really does.
So can you run down what each one is? Like I don't know that I'm putting that together.
It's
Like what
These?
is, like do and yeah.
Yes, so this is what's it called, the possessive genitive case. Yeah, you can look that one up. This is Neek, not me. So this is me at the end, nice, right? But yet Neek, Changolut, but I will eat, right?
That means I will. It's like
It doesn't mean I will. This goes with. It's
Confusing.
yeah. It's not confusing. It's I don't know how to explain
trying to
it.
explain
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just lost in how exactly it's used in the conversation.
Yeah.
Due to how I'm trying
Or when you use that instead of something else.
When you use what? I'm sorry.
When you would use it instead of something else. Is that?
Yeah. Anytime there's something involved. So like. So yeah, and so what it really is it's transitive and intransitive, right? And I always get them confused. God dang. Transitive, I believe transitive. Fuck. I believe transitive is. Oh my god, I'm gonna get it wrong. I always get it wrong. Transitive is. So it's like it's just me, right? So like, anytime there's it's just movement, right? So like, Mendira Yuango nice, right? This is the difference between these is this. So this is nor, right? Ni nice, right? And this is nor nork, nik dut, right? Ni nice, ni mendira, you won't go nice. I will go to the mountain. Ni mendira, you won't go nice. I will go to the mountain. It's movement. There's not an object involved, right? Ni I guess esheriko nice, I will sit.
So it's just any like action you're running, making.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're doing something, so like, okay, this is getting so far out.
For a year.
Yeah, so like this, what this is right here, this deitsen. This tsen is called the habitual tense, right? And there are different ways. What I'm about to explain might either clear something up for you, even just for a moment, or it might totally throw you off. The habitual tense. This is in English how we say, I study. I study. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the habitual tense. Every day I study. Right? But I am studying. Right? Like right now. Right? Is different. And those are different things, right? In English. I study and I am studying. Right? Two different things. So how you say that in Euskara is Nik ikasten dut. Nik ikasten dut. I study. That's I study. Egunero ikasten dut. Right? When somebody asks me, Nola like you Euskaraz, how do you know Basque? Egunero ikasten dut delako. Because I study every day. Because I study every day. Right?
So is the dude making the Akashtan, whatever that word is?
Yeah, the habitual
That's
tense of
making
that.
study, but it's making it
Right.
the
It's
habitual tense of it.
right.
Okay.
And so then to say I am studying, you have this other thing called adi, and adi is it's a verb, I guess, means to be doing. And you say ikashten, same tense, right? Ikashten dut, I study, but ikashten adi nice, not dut, ikashten adi nice is I am studying. Right? And how I break that up to me, like how I make sense of that, is because it's pretty much the same thing in English. You gotta draw the lines yourself, but I am studying, right? I am Etienne, but I am studying, right? And I study is not I am study, that's something else, right? That's not indicating that I'm doing something right now, right? It's just I study, right? And that's how I make sense of this. That's really what I study, but ikashtanari nice is I am studying, right? Like right now, right?
So if it's we study,
Yeah, we study ikashtan dugu.
Akashtan
Yeah. Yep. One of the things, and so, okay, but see, it's got functions. Okay? It's called the possessive genitive case. I don't understand what genitive means, but I understand possessive, right? Possessive is to have, right? And that's one of its, I would say, principal functions, right? You can say ser lugu. Ser lugu means what do we have? What do we have, right? Ser lugu. And it means like what's going on, but it means what do we have, right? Ser lugu. Sembat urte ditusu. How many years do you have? Right? right, but then it's like, yeah, it's interesting, huh? Nola eshate dusu. Nola eshate dusu. How do you say? And they don't say it like that. They say nola eshate da, which is how is the equivalent to us. How is when we ask, how do you say? They say nola eshate da, which means how is it said? Right? Nola eshate da. Right? Da. It. But it's not it, it's it is. Right? And that's direct translation. Nola, how, eshatin, said, it's the habitual tense. Da, is it. Right? Is or it is, but you know, there's some ambiguity there.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
Yeah, it's just the function of it. It's like you're saying. It's habitual. It's not. You know, I study. It's not. I am studying
Right.
now.
Right.
Like,
Right.
okay.
I know it's right. It's pretty, and then
That's the, I'm gonna add more to
yeah,
it.
because so these are the somewhat present tense. Because these all have past tenses, right? Like, Mendita yuan go nice is I will go to the mountain, right? But Mendita yuan ninsen is I went to the mountain yesterday, right? Mendita yuan nice is the near past tense. Mendita yuan nice is I went to the mountain this morning, right? But anything before this morning is it goes to the past tense, right? And so this is also the near past tense as well. So it's like this morning, garuesean ikushi naosu, right? Which is this morning you saw me, right? But atso ikushi nindusu, the past tense of this nor, right? Right, so like I would say like Senbarute ditusu, right? So like one of the Basque sheephunters. How old are you? Senbarute ditusu. But ona etorri zinenean, Senbarute zenituen. When you came here, how old were you? Right? And that's the past tense of this ditusu. Right?
When?
Senituen. Senuen and then senit. I'm just trying to, I'm not doing a good job of making it any easier. Yeah, it's all in good time. I think you guys are doing really good by just trying to wrap your head around this. And again, you just gotta, seriously, there's if you keep at it, there's just a day where you look at it and go, I get it. I'm not, I've done, and it's after doing all the exercises, that's what really, that's what does it. I think we shall, get back into chapter 1 for the last little bit. Try to
You don't want to talk about
You got that.
this one?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So what's the other one? There were two different books we talked
Yeah.
about.
The first, that's,
Have we not used that other one as much?
that was the first one,
Oh, yeah.
and then he switched, over to
This is
another
the
book.
one. Yeah. Yeah, we named it.
But this one has, well, this one's got a lot of vocabulary in the back of it.
Oh,
The
that's.
book?
Yeah,
That's what it was saying.
lots.
That's what it was saying. That's good. This one, which is the one we need.
So I got that one. What's the other book?
You have that.
The colloquial Basque.
Oh,
Yeah, this
okay,
one.
I haven't switched them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have this
I
one?
have the Basque language, so I don't
Okay,
have
that's what I
colloquial.
thought, so it was the other one, okay.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Figure that one out.
Yep, so this is unit 1. You read them. Has anybody done any more exercises out of these?
Haven't done any yet.
Good.
I read it once in a while.
Good.
Haven't put it down, though.
Good.
But, you know, summary.
Can anybody tell me how to say the old part?
Alde Sahara.
Ale Sara. What about in American?
Americano.
Americano. Americano. Yes.
Right.
A farm or a farmhouse?
Macharia.
Australia.
Machete.
Australia.
Forest.
Basoa.
Masho.
Macho.
Look.
Dergida.
Megida. Yeah, you guys can try to go off the top, but it'd be good if you feel like you don't know any of them. You guys are doing good. You can just read them off, but it's good for San Sebastian.
Yeah.
Two also.
Ere.
Ere. And
Eta.
at the house.
Eche.
Eche.
Eche. Basque person.
Ushkwalun.
Eshwalun. No or not.
Yes.
Yes. Gross.
Gross.
Those or they.
Ayak.
Ayek. This.
How.
These.
Hawek.
Hawek. Child.
Mutila. No, that's a boy. Sorry.
How.
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 Town, village, country.
Eri.
Eri. That.
Hori.
Ori. Those.
Ayak.
Oriek. That over there.
Ura?
Ula.
Uda. Student.
Iklasya.
Kashle.
Kasle.
Kashle.
Kasle.
Kashle?
Sea, ocean.
Chasho.
Chasho. Mountain, hill.
Mendi.
Mindy.
Mendi.
Indi.
Boy, guy, fellow.
Muti.
Did. Girl.
Neshka.
Neshka.
Kashka.
Now.
Ore.
Orion. Hour, time.
Ordu.
Ordu. How many, how much?
Ser.
Semba.
Senban.
Semba.
What?
Sev.
Said. Pretty good. Yeah, it's alright.
He keeps yawning, I wanna take him
I
down.
agree. Jeez, don't do that.
I was here late last night. These negative sentences are pretty good. Learning how to say what something isn't.
Where is that?
It'll be on page 12. So I'm going to ask you this. The structure is the same all the way through. I'm going to say something like Donostia Mendiada. I'm asking you guys, right? Donostia Mendiada. What does that mean?
I mean, this,
Donostia is a
Donostia is a
mountain.
mountain,
Right.
yes.
Is Donostia right? And what you're going to say is S,
Yes,
or
Mendiada. No,
or you just say Donostia esta Mendia, right? That S is Donostia is not a mountain, right?
So what is it, Donostia S?
Es da Mendia.
The Mendia.
Yep. That. Yep. This chart right here. This is where I'm at. Donostia is not a mountain. It really means Donostia, not is mountain A. Backwards, again, with these simple sentences, backwards it's almost the same. It's the mountain is not Donostia. Right? So
Mendia esta Donostia.
yeah, no. I mean, translating it right, because Donostia esta Mendia, directly translated in English is Donostia,
Oh.
not is
Oh, you're
mountain
saying
up,
backwards.
right?
I get it.
If you read it backwards in Basque, it's a mountain is not Donostia, right? Donostia is not a mountain, right? I mean, those are the things, like when you first start, like you gotta just try to, it seems like a real runaround way for it to make sense to you, but if you can understand it, fundamentally, by doing that, it eventually you come to understand it. That's what it means, right? Donostia Ichashwala.
Es Donostia. Es Ichashua esta Donostia.
No.
No.
Donostia es
Chashua.
Yep.
Ichashua.
What do you say? Donostia esta Ichashwa. Donostia Eriada.
Why?
Right?
By
Donostia Eria by.
Donostia Eriada.
Eria.
Or Donostia Eribada. Donostia is a town.
Oh, it's town.
Yep. Donostia Ikashleada.
Es Donostia. Es Donostia esta Ikashlia.
Oshoko. Donostia Neshkada.
Donostia está Neshka.
Es.
Donostia
Esta Neshka.
esta Neshka. Donostia Mutiada.
Yes. Donostia.
Esta Bestia.
Esta Mutia. Donostia Eshqualunada.
By. Donostia
It is naughty baskets.
Yeah.
No. You could say Donostia.
is not a Basque person.
Yeah.
No, but you could say es Donostia Escorelia.
Da. Yeah.
Da.
Wow, Oshongo. Right. So see, that's the thing. Like coming back to those auxiliary verbs, that da, like it's crucial. Donostia Escoleria.
Da.
Right. You're just saying Donosti Basque Country.
Yeah.
Right. But Donostia Escoleria da. Donostia is the Basque Country. Yes, and that's poetic. You know, and like those are the things that like, you know, those really encourage me. Like being able to say actually quite a lot with very little. You know, that's like making a statement. You know, Donostia, you know, they have there's all graffiti, all that kind of stuff. You know, this is not France. This is not Spain. It'll be in English, these posters. This is not France, this is not Spain. Freedom for the Basque Country, right? And that's what you're saying. Donostia esta Francia, Donostia esta España, Donostia eskoleriala. Donostia is the Basque Country, right?
They have posters like that over there?
Oh yeah, like in English, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a big banner hanging off of one of the bridges in the old part. You know, French flag, big X through it. Spanish flag, big X through it. This is not France. This is not Spain. Freedom for the Basque Country. Yeah.
And if you do the walk, you know, from like Saint Jean Pied de Port, it's all over that walk. I mean, they tag everything
Yeah.
that you are in the Basque Country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't
pretty.
remember seeing
I never,
anything
I don't
over
remember
there.
seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just weren't in
You guys were in the
the
Farua, right?
Yeah.
You guys went to Donosti, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you guys, your family's in the Farua, right?
yeah, we were in, well, we
Yeah,
were
it's
all
not-
over.
not
All
I
over.
mean, we were right outside Pamplona, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
kind of went all over. But we spent like a day and a half.
We went 2 different days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Pamplona.
it's not like we knew somebody that knew the area, you know.
No,
we were-
right,
we
of
were-
course,
we were
of
kind doing our
course.
own.
Yeah. You know, and Pamplona, like the further south. Pamplona's kind of the start of everything south. There's, I mean,
Yeah.
it's still the Basque Country technically for a ways past Pamplona,
kind of like the gateway.
but it's over. Yeah, I mean, like we went to, you know, with the Carrascos. There ain't. It's the Basque Country, but there is no fucking Basque. They are not speaking it.
Yeah.
It's like everything's in Spanish. Yeah, and even Pamplona, like Pamplona's great, and you know, during maybe running in the bulls, you run into a lot more Basque, you know, people and a lot more Euskara spoken. But like when you go, you can be hard pressed to find a bar
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
where
So
you
surprisingly,
walk.
it's-
though, there was a couple that we went into that
There-
my dad would.
but
That was like the first thing he asked me,
it
"Do
was-
you speak Basque?"
Yeah,
Well,
Euskara.
that was more in like
Well, the little towns for sure.
Yeah.
for
Right.
sure.
Right. Yeah.
But there
Yeah.
was a couple in California.
Yeah, and it gets, you know, each province has its own political, you know, endeavor, and some of them are, you know, they're like, it's not like that, you know, town by town, but yeah, you know, Gipuzkoa is prominent with that sentiment of this is the Basque
This is
Country.
the Basque.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
Um,
graffiti everywhere was crazy there.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere in Spain. Everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
throwing it up, yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Okay. Igeldo and Ulia they are mountains. Okay, that's what they are. So this is changing it from da to dida, from is it is to are they are, right? Igeldo eta Ulia mendiak dira.
By, I mean,
But
Ugele. You can repeat.
Igeldo eta Ulia mendiak dira. But they are mountains. Igeldo eta Ulia herriak dira.
No, it's not a town.
Yes.
Yes, it's not a country.
Yes.
Esta
Es dida.
Estira
Mendiak.
Mendiak.
Right.
Y
Es dida herriak.
Estira.
Right, so Igeldo es da Ichashua. Igeldo.
Right.
Igeldo is not the ocean. It's
Yeah.
not an ocean. Right? Igeldo es da Ichashua. Igeldo eta Ulia, two things though. Es dida Ichashuak. They are not oceans.
Chashawak.
Ichashuak, the plural. And you know that K is right different from that K, different from the case marker K.
Right.
No other.
That's just plural.
K is plural. K is S in English, right?
And And that's pretty much how it is.
That's how it is.
Okay. Nothing else. No other options. It's just
For
carry-
plurality?
Yeah. Or just depending on the scenario.
Yeah, I mean, it changes with, yeah, what you're saying, if you involve numbers, the meaning can change a little bit. So like, this is how that works, is so you say like, when you use numbers, which is indicating plurality, right? You know, bost eche.
It's
Right.
not necessary. So.
Bost eche is 5 houses. Some 5 houses. Bost eche. 5, they're not necessarily known, right?
Okay.
Bost eche. Bost echeak is the 5 houses. Right, the 5 houses.
Oh.
Right? Bost echeak, the 5 houses. Bost echeek, right? Yeah, those 5 houses. And but that's a whole different thing. That's this. I guess it's a. I don't know if it's relativo. I don't know if it's the relative clause, but it's. You have this ability to take those like horiek, hawek, those EKs, and you can just add it to a word without saying, you know, like bostache hawek, bostache horiek, right? Mutiak, mendiak dida.
Yes.
Mutiak es dida
Yes.
mendiak.
Yes,
The boys are not mountains,
No.
right? Neshkak ikashleak dida.
Why?
But Sunday teke,
What's Mishkak?
girls, the
Our
girls,
Our new
students.
students.
yeah.
Our students.
But Sunday teke means,
His son.
Sunday teke means it can be, it can be.
It can be.
In Spanish it's puede ser,
Right.
Yeah.
puede ser.
Can't be.
That happened. I was in class, and there was a lot. I'm kind of a bad student. Like, there's a lot of shit I just try to wing it through. You know, I just do my best to like, you know, go, yeah, I'm getting it, and I'm like, I'm not getting it, you know? Until I get to a point where I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like so lost, and we're all in class, and you know, because I don't speak any Spanish, and they're doing this, the Isan like decade, like she's explaining it, and everybody's kind of like, huh, and I'm like, I don't. You know. It's something. I don't know what it is, you know? But I'm not asking. Like I'm not, you know. And she's, you know, Isan like decade, and then she goes, puede ser. And everybody goes, oh. And I was like, oh. I'm like, okay, now I need it. I'm like, what the fuck is puede ser? Yeah, and I'm like, because everybody was like, oh, I got it now. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. I was hoping everybody was still gonna go like, huh? Because then I know, you know, it's, but puede ser, it can be, yeah. Some like decade, maybe, yeah. Okay, that's good. How minden da?
Yes.
Es.
From the villain da.
Yes.
No.
Just respond to me.
How está Minden?
Yep, holy shit. Just respond to me in the negative. Exactly. How is that minden? How Gardner will da? Right?
Right.
Nundago minden.
How heck?
Yes, minden.
Minden. How?
Yeah, I'm kind of going over. I'm going over.
Over there.
You guys have been exposed to this. Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. It's over there.
Nundago minden. Estago men. Yeah, where's minden? Nundago minden.
Pura.
Yeah,
Urada.
uradago.
Right.
No, handago.
Oh, Handago.
Here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Han?
Han is over there.
Oh,
Hemen.
It's yours, Garmin.
Oh.
Hemen.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that.
all right.
Hemen hor han. Minden han.
Wait.
Like, oh,
I need to go back and study this. Like I had them so well, and now
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, stuff.
I
I
had it for a
know.
while.
And then Horhan. How hori hura. How
Yes.
how ile paindegiada.
Ile pendegiada.
Yeah.
Cerca.
Ile paindegia is a salon,
Oh.
a barber. Yeah.
Yes.
That fucking word. I would ask them, they're like, yeah, ile paindegia. And I'm like, you guys don't have any other word for
Yeah, any
for
other word?
barber. Ile paindegia. Yeah, it's
Ile.
hairdresser.
Say
Barber.
it slowly.
Ile is hair.
Uh-huh.
Ile paindegia. A degia or a degi is like a place, like Shagarlo Degia, cider house,
Uh-huh.
right? So place of or something.
Okay.
Ile, pine, I don't know what pine is. It's not cut. I mean, it could be cut. I'm not sure.
Would that be kind of the same way you do like grocery store, like food store, kind of?
Yeah,
Or is it just has its own word?
yeah, like yeah, they say, like you just say, a general shop is just like a denda,
Oh,
denda.
that's right. I think we agree.
Yeah, shop, store. But how
Yes.
ile paindegia
Es hori
is how.
es how es hori.
I would say no.
Hori tabernada.
How tabernada.
This.
Yeah, this is a bar. How ile paindegia es. How está ile paindegia? How tabernada.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's
No, this is not a salon, this is a bar. Right? Neshka Sara.
Yes, Nishka. Wait.
Yeah. No, you're on the right track, but no. So look at
Yes, Nishka.
S. So I'm saying, are you a girl?
I know.
That's
Neshka Sara.
Yes, Nishka Sara. Or do you want
I want you to respond to that.
in the public?
Yeah. Right. Su Neshka Sara.
Yes. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Say what were you gonna say?
Mutil da.
The
Nice.
Tia nice.
Back to the basics again.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you following me?
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's
Well,
true.
you correct say es ni mutiada. Mutiada.
No,
Yes.
it's a boy.
That is
It's-
a boy, right?
Yeah.
So you have to. So you can't go that. Yeah. Okay. So you have to go night. You have to own it.
Absolutely.
You gotta own it. Nice.
So you would
You
say,
gotta own your gender. Damn, there's gonna be a lot of confused people out there.
so you say Su Neshka Sara. You say es nice Neshka.
It's nice.
Es nice Neshka.
Nice.
Right? Hori
No, I'm not.
Donostia esta mendia. Ni es nice Neshka. Donostia is not a mountain. I am not a girl. Right? Su haura Sara. Haurbat. Haura.
Haura Sara.
Su haura Sara. U Mabel Besala.
That's-
Yeah, you're right. Noah.
Uh,
But Besala is like or as. I'm saying, are you a child like Mabel?
oh, right.
So haura Sara.
Es. Ni que es Haura. Sara.
Ni-
Ni. No.
Yes,
Yeah.
no.
Es. Es da.
Es nice.
Es da. Yeah, bye. Es nice.
Haura.
Haura.
I'm not a child.
Es da Haura.
Gisona Sara.
Bye.
By
Gisona nice.
Gisona nice. Oshondo.
He did it though, man.
Sure Amarin Shemea Sara.
Suri Amaren.
Shemea. Ni Ni sure shemea nice.
Vai.
Su sure amaren shemea Sara. I am your son, you are your mother's son.
Okay, you are Suri Amaren.
Amaren, mother's
Mother's
son.
Shemai.
By Nere amaren shemea nice.
Neri Amaren Shemianais.
Yes.
Vai.
One of the questions that you will get asked over there is, escoaras da sure amaren iskunsa. Basque is your mother's language. And I would I don't think it's a lot more ambiguous, it's not that big of a deal. I always interpret that how we say in English, my mother tongue, right? But this is really cool, you said, because not everybody's parents are both Basque, just one side, like me. And I would say, esta nere amaren iskunsa. No, it's not my mother's language. Nere aitaren iskunsa. That's my father's language, right? Or nere aitonaren iskunsa, my grandfather's language, right? Right?
Mhm.
Right?
Can I ask, you said, are you a child?
Yeah.
You guys said something else. Were you asking about being an adult?
I said, Haura Sara, Su Haura Sara, Mabel Besala. Is that what you're asking?
No.
Mabel Besala?
Because I thought he said
He
bye,
said
but after that.
Gisona. He asked me if
Oh,
I was a
Gisona.
man.
Gisona Sara. Yeah, Gisona is man.
Gison. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're a man. Oh, you're a man. Gisona Sara.
Kisona?
Gizona. So Neshka is girl, Mutia is boy. Neshka, Mutil, boy, girl, boy. Gisona, Gison, man. Emakume, woman.
How do you say woman?
Emakume, Emakume. Right? You got some gripe with me. In
No,
Iparral-
I don't have a gripe with
in
you.
Iparralde they say Emashte. I thought that's what you were going to say.
No.
Emashte. Because I'm sure you've heard Emashte. Emashte is woman in Iparralde. They don't say Emakume, they say Emashte. They also say Emashte for wife. It's woman, wife. Emashte. Emakume, Ison. Right?
That was musty.
Su Mutia Sara. Es
Say it slowly.
Su Mutia Sara. Mutil, boy.
Es utilizada.
Es nice
Oh, that's
Mutia.
nice.
Es más utilizada. Ni más diada.
You must be nice.
Nice.
Oshondo. You must be nice. I'm a woman. Oshondo. Su Arancha is a name. Arancha. Right? Su Arancha Sara. Es nice Arancha. Yeah, es nice Arancha.
Ni Noel nice.
Oshondo. Es nice Arancha. Right.
Send some of that over here.
I'm gonna really throw you one, okay?
Right, that's what I'm like, wait, that's not fair.
Su Donostiakoa Sara. Donostiakoa means from Donosti.
So
Su
am I
Donosti,
from?
huh?
So am I from?
Yep. Su Donostiakoa Sara.
So is it S Denostia?
Es nice.
It's nice Denostiakoa?
Oshondo. Es nice Donostiakoa. Right? So this is the thing. So how that auxiliary verb always goes at the end, right? Su Donostiakoa Sara, right? But then in the negative, the auxiliary goes right. It goes actually before what you say that you are not, but it's S. That no always stays with the auxiliary. So, and I struggled with this for so long. I would speak and I would always say, es chakurada, es es gaishorik nago, right? And it's es nago gaishorik, es da chakura, es nice donostiakoa, Gardnerville koa nice, right? So su donostiakoa sana, es nice donostiakoa, nungua sana,
Does it mean nice? Garnerville?
ni Gardnerville koa,
Give me real Garnerville Goa.
nice.
Okay.
Ni Gardnerville
Okay.
koa
Okay.
nice.
I know that koa, you said that's from.
Koa is from.
I like that from.
Yep, donostiakoa. Su moskortsailea sara.
What's that word?
Moskortsailea is a drunk.
You were on it.
He was here. Oh, he was here.
I picked him up.
Okay, good. Good. I didn't ask how he was getting home, but I figured he was responsible.
You're the DT. Yeah.
Okay, so say it
Just
one
say
more
bye.
time.
Su moskortsailea sara. Moskor is drunk, like
Moskor?
yeah, moskora. Cristo moskora nagoen. I was
Okay.
so drunk.
Okay.
Moskora. But sailea is a suffix. Saile is somebody who somebody who is. So like sailea, lagun sailea. Like a helper. A helper. Lagun dus to help. Lagun sailea, somebody who is a helps.
Salia?
Sailea, yes. T, that T isn't always, but T in parentheses, Z-A-I-L-E. Sailea. Yeah.
And say drunk or whatever, alcohol. What was it again?
Moskor.
Moskor Salia. So okay.
Yeah. Su moskor sailea sana. By Batsutan.
By Moskor Itzania?
By
Say
Moskor-
by. Yes.
Yeah, bye. What do you say? Bye. Moskor sailea, nice. Bye.
And it's the nice. at the
Yeah.
end. Okay.
Yeah, and what I said was Batsutan, which is well sometimes.
Yeah.
Batsutan. Yeah.
Batsuta, that's sometimes.
Yeah, Batsutan.
How do
Yep.
you spell that?
Batzuetan. And it
Batsuta.
yeah, and it'll be heard either Batsutan or Batsuetan. Batsutan, like it's
Doesn't really matter.
yeah.
Okay.
Batsutan. See, and like that's what I mean. Where like you can be. I like to think I'm funny. I try my best to be funny, and you can be funny. Being funny is about is saying, not necessarily. You don't answer a question directly. You kind of, you say something that's a little incorrect, right?
Yeah.
And you can do so much with so little. Knowing how to say sometimes. Somebody asks, "Oh, you're a drunkard." Wow, Batsutan. Sometimes, yeah.
Tonight, yes.
Gaud, something as simple as, Gaud es. Today, no. Mañana beer.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, but tomorrow, and your que está aquí, nobody knows. Right? And those, that's all very like having the facility to use the negative correctly, to say no.
It's good for conversation.
But this, no, not that. This, I'm not that. I'm this. Knowing today, tomorrow. Just very simple things can really go a long way. You guys got time for one more round of that?
Sure.
All right.
More punishment.
So now, I'm gonna do. You guys are gonna answer as a group, as we are, okay? Because I'm gonna refer to you guys as you plural, okay? But I'm still gonna go one at a time, but you're responding for the whole group, right? Yep. Suek sarete. Oshome. Zuek Americanoak Sarete.
Oh, by Suec Americano. Are is it? Is
We
that
are.
Sueco at the end?
We are. Yeah, but
Yes,
so I'm addressing you guys as you plural. Zuek Sarete.
Oh, so
You are responding to me as we are, which is gu gara.
Okay.
Gu gara. So Zuek Americanoak Sarete, which is me asking, are you guys the Americans? Are you guys the Americans? Zuek Americanoak Sarete.
Gara Americano.
By gu Americanoak gara.
Okay, I'm lost now.
Yeah. So it's not totally incorrect to say by gu gara Americanoak.
Okay.
Right? We are the Americans. But for the intents and purposes of getting the auxiliary verb down in the correct location, I want you to put the auxiliary at the end. These are the auxiliaries.
Okay.
Those are the auxiliaries. These are personal pronouns, right? And you don't have to say by gu.
Because it's already.
You can just say by Americanoak gara.
Okay, that's what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. And I don't- Right, and I don't have to say Zuek. I can just say Americanoak Sarete. Are you guys the Americans?
Okay, yeah.
But I'm committing it because it's good to hear for one, and I'm also putting emphasis on you guys. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm saying Zuek Americanoak Sarete.
By Americanoak? Yeah. Okay. By Americanoak gara?
Oshondo. Oshondo.
Okay.
Zuek ikasleak sarete.
By Euskara Klaseetara.
Oshondo. Oshondo. By ikasleak gara. And in Iparralde, it's gira. By ikasleak gira. Yep. Zuek lapurrak sarete. Lapurrak is thieves.
Is what?
Thieves. Robbers.
S. How do you say
As lapurrak.
Lapura Gana.
Es gara lapurrak.
S Gana. Oh, so you say it all back. Okay.
Right,
S
if you're saying no, we are not. Es gara lapurrak, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so no.
Yes.
Oh, good thing I threw the no in there. I should have just stuck with.
You should have said yes for Robert
Yes.
saying yes for thieves.
Yes.
So if you do S, then you do gotta, whatever the word says.
The,
Do you still have
no.
it's just gotta.
Yeah. He said it wouldn't be incorrect, but he says this will read it.
Right.
So you say S, just S gotta.
Es gara whatever. Right. Es gara lapurrak. Right. Es gara lapurrak. Es gara lapurrak. Zuek haurrak sarete.
Say it again.
Zuek haurrak sarete. Haurrak.
Children.
Yeah, children.
S. Haurakara.
Es gara.
Oh, it's got a haura.
Es gara haurrak. Oshondo. Yeah.
Yes.
Oshondo.
Yeah.
And so this is the thing, is it's like when I say like it's, you can say gugara, but gugara lapurrak. You know, we are the robbers. Gugara lapurrak. But there's many different ways, and again, it comes down to the emphasis. So like for example, like you could say, you can put these personal pronouns at the end. You can actually put them after the auxiliary verb, right? For example, like there's a song of some friends of mine. It's called "How She Nice Me." How She which is this. Emphasis on this. Haushe is like this, right? Haushe, nice, ni, right? And what it really means, like the best way to translate it in English is this is me.
That's what I'm saying.
This is me, right? Haushe nice,
I am.
yeah, Haushe nice is like I am this, you know, it's still this is me, but Haushe nice ni is like it's this is me. There's ways to do it, and again, when you're talking about poetry, when you're talking about, you know, the artistic expression, you know, it's just like English. You can say a lot of you have liberty that, you know, maybe in a paper you couldn't write like that. You know, it wouldn't be the same, right?
Yeah.
But under artistic expression, there's a lot of room, you know. And I really like that, like haushe nice ni, and then it's haushe es beste in your, right? This is me. This is not anybody else. Haushe es beste, another or other, in your, anybody.
Yeah.
This is not anybody else. This is me. This is not anybody else, right? Suek. Suek arrebak sarete. Suek aisbak sarete. Aisbak. Sisters. Suek aisbak sarete.
Saripak.
No, es gara.
Gara Saripak.
Aisbak.
Aispak.
Aisbak. Esgara aisbak.
Aispak.
Ser sarete. Suek.
So, gu, brother, gu.
Anayak.
Anayak gara.
Gu anayak gara.
Couldn't you say Shem?
But gu shemea gara.
Anayak is brothers, right? Shemiak is sons.
Yeah.
Well, that would work too, I guess, for the
Yeah.
sons the same.
Yeah. Gu shemea gu anayak.
It's okay to get 3%.
Right. Suek. Suek eshkwadun sarak sarete. So this is I'm going to tell you guys this. So there's a distinction between what somebody who is a native Basque speaker is referred to as an eshkwadun sarra, an old Basque, right? Eshkwadun sarra. Right? And it might not, it's Eshkwadun, like, but this is the distinction. Eshkwadun Sarra, somebody who natively speaks Euskara, right? And what we are Eshkwadun Berriak.
Yes.
We are new Basques. That's what they call them. New Basques. Somebody who is studying Euskara, Eshkwadun Berria, a new Basque.
So I would say es
Right.
gara eshkwadun
Sarra.
sara.
Yep.
Ni eshkwadun very nice.
Eshkwadun Berria, nice. Berria, right? Banya gu Eshkwadun Berriak gara. Right?
Right.
Suek Eshkwadun Sarak sarete.
Es gara eshkwadun dun
Eshkwadun Sarak.
sara. Gu eshkwadun beria sara.
Eshkwadun Berriak gara.
Ga.
Yeah. I know.
So close, but yet so far.
I know. No, it's good. That was good. How did that feel?
That was good.
It's so
Yeah.
different when you consider, you kind of think, you're looking, and you can kind of think it, you're the one talking, you can think it through.
Yeah.
And when you go to speak, it
Yeah.
all the snaps are firing in the right
That was
spot.
good exercise.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It seems like that's the case. You can, when somebody else is answering, you're like, oh, I got it. And then it gets to you and you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, you know, those exercises, that's all we did was just pretty much up to exercise 10. Doing those again, I mean, she's a student, he's a student, I'm a student, you're a student, they're students, we're students. You know, you can switch that up, you know, with many different words.
Yeah, no, this is fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Feel good?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Euskara
Mileske.
Klaseetara.
Zuen. Zuen, mileske.
That tub's gonna feel good, huh?
Oh, yeah.